Hey guys, as you can tell, it is me again. Today is Monday, April the 16th. Makes it day 107. Excuse me guys, on a Daily Bread Project 2012. As always guys, it's good to be here. Hope y'all are doing alright. Tonight or this morning, whenever you see this. Try to make this video as quick as I can guys, because it's 2 o'clock in the a.m. So, we'll just get right into it tonight. First off, I wanted to say sorry guys for not being here last night. I know most of you had noticed that. Guys, I just got, last night after we eat, I don't know what happened. I kind of thought I might have been food poisoning, but everybody else that eat with me eat the same exact thing I did. Nobody else got sick, so I guess it wasn't it. But after we eat supper yesterday evening, guys, I just got so sick. I mean, I'm real sick at my stomach. My head started hurting real bad. I just, like I said, it just felt awful. I mean, I just, excuse me, we didn't eat supper. A lot of times during the week we eat supper, well, pretty much whenever me and Dad get home, 5:30, between 5 and 5:30, sometimes between 5:30 and 6, according to time we get home. But, most time on like Sunday evenings, we eat later because, we usually eat a pretty big lunch, when we get home from church. So, I don't think we ate supper till like 8 o'clock. 7:30 or 8, somewhere through there. So anyway, by the time I got done eating supper, guys, I mean, like I said, I just felt awful. I mean, like I said, my stomach was rolling, my head was throbbing. I mean, I had to just lay down, and I just felt so bad last night, guys. I couldn't get back up and get to do a video. Like I said, to be honest, I was kind of the whole night kind of sitting there waiting for Mom and them to hear them. I said they have to be sick too. I said I've had to get food poisoning because it just came on me like that after I ate. Like I said, I guess it was just a coincidence because nobody else got sick. And I was real bad sick, guys, until I went, I ended up staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning, I guess. And, then finally went to sleep and got up this morning fine. Like I said, I don't know if it's a 24-hour bug that I got or an overnight bug. Or I don't know. Like I said, I still don't know what happened. But I know I felt horrible. I felt like I was going to die. So, anyway, guys, that's why I wasn't here. So I hope you guys can forgive me. I wanted to say to Brother Darren, speaking of which, brother, I'm missing you. I hope, like I said, I hope everything's going all right with you. I know you're not putting the amount of videos out that you were. I just want to say, brother, I miss them. I know everybody else does too, and I don't know if you're feeling bad or you're aggravated with YouTube, or maybe it's because you're not going to the city anymore and you just don't have as much to make videos over, or what it is. But just want you to know, brother, as always, I'm praying for you and your family. And like I said, I hope you get back to making these videos, because I'll just be honest, you get used to watching somebody's videos, especially somebody like you that makes 2 and 3 every day usually. You feel like you're there. I feel like I'm there in Florida with you. They're part of your life. And then you start going and not seeing those, or instead of 2 or 3 a day, one every 2 or 3 days. And like I said, I guess it's selfish of us. You shouldn't make a high number of videos just for us, just because we like watching them. If you don't want to make them or you don't feel like making them, that's fine. But I do just want to let you know you got support, brother. I am praying for you, like I said. I always pray for you. I pray for all my YouTube friends. So, hope to see you a little bit more here soon, brother. That's all I wanted to say. So let's see, what else, guys? Normal stuff, guys. Just keep praying for me, the church, business, family. Had somebody else interested in our camper call today. So, guys, just keep praying about that. The people that called, last week I told you about, They're still interested as far as I know. They're supposedly supposed to go this weekend and look at it. This upcoming weekend. We've not heard from them back. We've not heard from them in 3 or 4 days. They called to tell us they couldn't go this last weekend because the guy had to work, and but they were going to go this upcoming weekend. So, I hope they don't back out. I pray for that. And like I said, guys, it's amazing how I can already see the difference when I actually, not just said it, when I actually gave it over to the Lord and said, here, it's yours. You can take it. You can take care of it. And I'm going to trust in you. I'm going to trust that you're going to do this. You know that we need it. So I'm going to quit harping on it. I'm going to quit, thinking about it all the time. I'm just going to let you do it. And as soon as I did that, guys, bam, he started, Like I said, it's not sold yet. I know it's not sold yet. I don't have the money yet. But I can already see more happening in a week since I've done that than I've seen in a year of it. So I don't think that's a coincidence. I think that's the hand of the Lord moving. So anyway, just keep praying for all those things, guys. Just trying to think. I guess that's about it, guys. I'm going to try to get the next part, the part 3 of the reloading video, guys, put up tomorrow night. I was going to do it tonight, but I got busy, guys. I had to do some stuff out here in the garage. I had a socket that I had to fix. Well, matter of fact, right here it is. 32mm Craftsman socket that was broke. And our local Sears, it's such a big rigmarole to get sockets and things made up. They have to send them to Sears, and then they send them back to you. And it just had a couple little cracks in it. And all I use this socket for mainly is to take oil filters off GM Ecotec motors and to tighten axle nuts up on Honda street bikes. Like my bike, they take a 32mm socket. So, we don't use it on impact because it's chrome. So anyway, I said I'm going to TIG weld that up, weld the cracks up. And after I TIG welded it, I ground the cracks smooth. I said, you know what, I'm going to put some powder coat on that. Just number 1, so we can see it in the toolbox easy because we use this a lot. Number 2, I wanted to see how I wanted to primer this, use the powder coat primer, and see how this metallic color would look over top of that primer. So that's what I did, guys. I did that. What else did I do tonight? I just had an old Dodge truck wheel that I powder coated, just being goofy. Just some different things, guys, I had to do out in the garage. So by the time I got in the house, I forgot about it till I come in the house, guys, and by then it was too late to get it uploaded. So basically that's why I didn't get it up tonight. But I guess that's about all the jibber jabber tonight, guys. Still not heard from the guy at church whether I'm going to paint his other Mustang or the bumper cover and the part of the hood. I was going to tell him at church Sunday, but he didn't. He said that he didn't feel good at church Sunday. You could tell. He's one of these guys that's always just, in a good mood and shaking hands and talking. And Sunday he just wasn't, you could tell he just, and he said that he didn't feel good. He didn't know if he was getting sick or what. But so he never did bring it up about the paint, and I could tell he didn't feel good, so I didn't bring it up. So if I do that car, like I said, he may show up tomorrow. He may pull up with the car and the paint and say, here. I don't know. Like I said, if that was to happen, I'll be making a video on that. I'm going to make another video too, guys. I'm going to say this real quick. We got to get rolling here. I've got my headlight, one of my headlight brackets on my motorcycle, and it's been like this since I've owned the bike. It comes off from the bracket that holds the light in, and it attaches to my fairing. Well, anyway, where it attaches to the fairing, it's broke. So I need to fix that. So I'm probably going to make a video, guys. I may make it tomorrow if I can think of it, and kind of ask some of you guys, any of you guys, but especially like the YouTube Garage Gang guys, what they would think would be the best way to fix that. I mean, it's plastic. I mean, the only two things you can do is either just glue it with something, or maybe could, plastic weld it. So I was maybe going to get everybody's opinion on that. if there's, I know Greg Porter talked once about some kind of 3M epoxy that he had that he said will glue anything to anything. You know, he said it's the best he'd ever seen. And I don't remember the number on it, but I remember I looked it up on McMaster-Carr when he mentioned it, and I know it better work good because it was like for like one, you know, when you get two parts, it's an A and B part. But for like 2 little tubes, it was like $40 or something. I mean, it was crazy expensive. So, you know, may use something like that. I don't know, but it needs to last. So, anyway, guys, just be looking for that. So, having said all that, I've already been longer than I wanted to be. 2 Corinthians chapter 8, guys, starting in verse 21. Here we go. Providing for honest things, not only in the sight of the Lord, but also in the sight of men. And we have sent with them our brother, whom we have oftentimes proved diligent in many things, but now much more diligent upon the great confidence which I have in you. Whether any do inquire of Titus, he is my partner and fellow helper concerning you. Of our brethren be inquired of, they are the messengers of the churches and the glory of Christ. Wherefore show ye to them and before the churches and proof of your love, guys, and of our boasting on your behalf. Let's go ahead and get into chapter 9 here. So that was what, about 4 verses we did there? For as touching the ministering to the saints, it is superfluous. I don't know, guys. How do you say that? It is superfluous. I'll just say it that way. For me to write to you. For I know the forwardness of your mind, for which I boast. You guys look that up. 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 1. And yeah, that's a heck of a word. For I know the forwardness of your mind, for which I boast of you to them of Macedonia, that Achaia was ready a year ago, and your zeal hath provoked very many. He's lifting them up here, guys. Basically, what he's doing. You know, he's kind of, if you remember in the first couple chapters of this letter, really a lot of this letter, he's kind of tore them down a little bit. He's kind of told them what they did wrong. So now he's making them feel good, guys. I mean, he's not stroking their egos, but he is letting them know, hey, you know, you're doing some things wrong, but you're still serving God. So, you know, he's kind of bragging on them enough not to get them disheartened. And that's what we got to do with people. Yet have I sent the brethren, lest our boasting of you should be in vain in this behalf, that as I said, you may be ready. Lest haply if they of Macedonia come with me, and find you unprepared, we that we say not ye should be ashamed in this same confident boasting. Therefore I thought it necessary to exhort the brethren, that they would go before unto you, and make up beforehand your bounty, whereof ye had noticed before, that the same might be ready as a matter of bounty, and not as of covetousness. Let me find where's that, guys. So he's just saying that what he's talking about here, he's wanting to express here that he's not talking about being covetous. He's talking about bounty here. He keeps talking about bounty. He keeps talking about that you can have bounty and not be covetous. Not covet things. You know, guys, same way with us. You know, I've always said this, you know, that's why the Lord himself said while he was here, that's why Jesus himself said, you know, it's easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get to heaven. He didn't say it was impossible. He said it was hard. Really, very, very hard. And the reason that is because, guys, usually as we get more things and acquire more earthly things, we get more money, we get more property, we get more cars, we get more houses, we get more. Usually it comes with more power too. It's hard to get all that without coveting it, you know, without most rich people, guys. I mean, that's most of the very rich people that I know, and I'm not talking about knowing personally, but, you know, kind of see them, and they're like that, guys. They're like that. I mean, that's just the truth. That's all they think about is how much more money they can make. how much more power they can get. They're not concerned with anything else. You know, they thrive on that. It consumes them. And that's what Paul's talking about here. Paul's saying you can have bounty. You can have plenty and not covet. But it's hard. It is hard, guys. That's the reason most of us are poor, just to be honest about it. You know? And guys, that's, you know, and not only that, you know, when you have a lot of bounty, you get away from God. You know, guys, I've told y'all before, I've had nothing, or I ain't going to say nothing. I've had very little, and I've had a whole lot. You know, I've had hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars before. You know, I've had hundreds of thousands of dollars sitting in this room before. Back in the day, don't get me, you know, right now you'd be lucky to find 2 nickels together to rub together in here, but and I've had nothing, and like I said, but when I had all this money, when I had access to money, guys, what did I do? I got away from God. And that's just the way we are, for the most part. That's the truth. That's the way we are. So, if God has to keep you broke, to keep you close to Him, He will, because 100 years from now, it ain't going to matter how much money you have while you're here on this earth, but it is going to matter where your soul goes. So think about that. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. I love you all. Tomorrow night, we'll continue in 2 Corinthians chapter 9, verse 6. As always, if y'all need anything, let me know. Milo, brother, I seen your Wham Bam Pam video. I tell you, brother, you about some of your videos, you about make me fall off the chair. But I just say, brother, when you get when you get those light switches done, when you get the carbon fiber on them, I want one of them. And I want to see those videos when you get that hydrographic stuff going. I want to see that. So I know you'll show us, but anyway, I guess that's it. Like I said, guys, thank you all for being here. I love you all. Good Lord willing, guys, I'll be here tomorrow night. And until I see you all again, good night. God bless.